Well, the Battle of Atlantic Sunday has always been very, very important, especially for the public. Give them the people that weren't in the war, give them some idea of what went on back then, how desperate it was.
The function of the navies, and the British and the Canadian and the Americans, when they finally got in, was to escort ships across. Our job was to protect the merchant ships, and don't forget they were carrying everything to Britain. They didn't fly airplanes full of goodies. They had to go by water.
Whenever a U-boat sighted a convoy or wanted to maybe just report on the weather, they had to surface. And when he was up on top, he was vulnerable to take a bearing on. So I'd be copying, say a frequency. We were assigned frequencies as we went on watch. So when I heard a U-boat, they had two special code signs saying, "Headquarters, listen to me, I got something to say." And as soon as you got a U-boat, you hit a panic button, and that bearing and our coded copy, our teletype operator, would send that on. Now, we didn't know else what happened, but after the war, we know it ended up in Bletchley Park being decoded.
Our sister ship went with the convoy. It wasn't our turn this time. She got nailed on the way back. You didn't stop. You didn't stop at all. You plowed through wreckage, ships ahead that had gone. You'd see little bobbins up and down with their little red lights on life jackets in. And you couldn't do a thing about it. Just had to keep going. And that was it.
Remembering ships being blown up, ships that disappeared, cruising through, not cruising, but running through places where ships had been sunk. And there was jets and flotsam in the water. You knew somebody had got into trouble because of stuff bobbing around in the water. Most of the time it was very boring. I think used to say war at sea was 99% boredom and 1% unmitigated terror. I guess that's not a bad description. But you always figure, you have to, that somebody else might get killed, but you're not going to. Some other ship can get sunk, but not us.
When everything was all over, that was the best memory of everything, and all the mess and carnage and terrible thing of war. It was sort of your worst memory and your best memory all rolled into one, and it's something you went through, and something I don't think there was anything worse than another.
At a Battle of Atlantic ceremony, you don't remember all the people that you lost, or your friends, but somehow or other, one or more of their names comes into your thoughts. So I've always found Battle of Atlantic annual ceremonies not purely a sad occasion, but there's an element of sadness there which comes and goes. One way or another, it turns out to be an occasion for mixed feelings, if I could put it that way.
We did a job that we were asked to do, and we were proud to do it. None of us think we were extraordinary. We were just people doing what we thought was our duty at the time.